Hey guys, Byron Lambert, RosterWatch.com here at my second day of Tampa Bay Buccaneers training camp practices. It was good to be back. I came out last week, so it was really nice to come out a week later for another full speed practice in pads. All the big name players, all the big name veterans taking reps today, except for LaShawn McCoy, who looked a little bit more like a running backs coach in his visor and his gym shorts today, giving instruction to the younger guys. But nonetheless, good to be back because I'm able to compare what I saw last week to what I saw this week, and it corroborated a few things. And the first and foremost is that I am bought in on this Buccaneers offense. Tom Brady simply looks amazing. It's unbelievable how good he looks at 43. The arm looks really solid. I mean, dare I say the word athletic? He looked athletic today. This was a better practice for Gronk in terms of participation. He was a lot more involved today. We're going to see a ton of two tight ends in Tampa. Gronk's still the tight end that I'm going to want to own this year, that I'd be willing to rely on. He looked good. You know, that said, I do believe the truth is that O.J. Howard will lead this tight end group in snap count, and certainly he may be emerge as a viable tight end option at some point too. We'll see if Brady can bring him back to life because, you know, I mean, we know that O.J. Howard looks good in camp every year, but once again, he looks phenomenal, and the fact is this is going to be a good, likely high-powered offense in Tampa. I think there's plenty to go around. So I'm bought into this offense completely. On my personal fantasy rosters, I'm definitely going to have some piece of the Buccaneers offense. I'm going to have some equity in that offense on my fantasy rosters personally this year. But you know, the two guys that I will be targeting are Tom Brady and Ronald Jones. I mean, everybody looks good. It's a good offense. I think there's a lot to go around for everybody, but those are the two players that really stood out to me. Brady looks great. He's got the weapons. He's in command. He's in control. I mean, all arrows point back to Tom Brady. And then, you know, I was happy to corroborate today what I saw last week, and that's that Ronald Jones is the clear lead back of this group, at least out of the box to begin the season on what's going to be a good offense, and he looks good. He looks good. They're running man. They're running zone. He's making plays. He's sturdy. He's catching the ball very, very well. I mean, heck, they're even splitting him out sometimes. So, especially with McCoy missing practice, I mean, McCoy is not going to be a huge part of this rotation, at least as the season progresses. He's a veteran in the locker room. So, thought it was a good practice for Keyshawn Vaughn today. I think he's coming along well. I mean, he looks like he belongs. He clearly looks like a rookie that's still learning. But, you know, I think by the end of the season, if rationale prevails, he looks very solid. I think he's going to be playing. Maybe he could develop into some kind of very deep flex option as the season progresses. But I'll tell you, it's Ronald Jones right out of the gate, ladies and gentlemen. I'm starting to get really, really high on him. He's going to be a guy I'm looking to target, him and Brady, in my fantasy drafts. And, you know, Ronald Jones is going to have every chance in the world to run away with this job. I'm not necessarily sure that he can, or actually will have to. I mean, as long as he stays healthy, he's going to get plenty of touches and what looks like it's going to be a great Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense this season.